The resting muscle fiber tropomyosin partially covers calcium binding site and troponin, actin binding site and myosin, myosin binding site and actin. So calcium binding site and actin. So myosin binding site, you see that one, you see there is an actin binding site. So normally the myosin head binds with the actin binding site with the help of energy provided to form the cross bridge. Now you see that one, the resting condition when calcium ions are not bound to TNC, it stabilizes tropomyosin in its blocking position over the active sites of actin, preventing the myosin to bind with the active site in actin. So the troponin is made up of 3 polypeptides, you know, TNT, that is actually TNC and TNI. TNC can bind to calcium ions during contraction. In resting condition when calcium ions are not bound to TNC, so it is the one while it is binding with the TNC, there is a troponin C, calcium binding site. Then only you see that one, the active site of the actin filament is exposed for binding what is called the myosin head. But you see that one, so the blocking position over the active sites of the actin, preventing myosin to bind with the active site in actin. So the active site is normally present in actin. Once calcium is bound with the TNC, then only configuration changes occurs. So that what is happening, the active site of the actin filament is exposed for binding of the myosin.